Racism is bad. Thank you. Whereas my millions of subscribers calling me a woke king for doing the bare minimum. But really, you have likely seen this woman.
Is married right now. They're married to broke-ass niggas.
I, quite frankly, have seen her way too much, but I am forcing myself to look at her more for the sole benefit of 50 views. I will not be mentioning her TikTok or Twitter handle in this video, solely because I don't want to give her more attention or have people search her name up. This video is basically just for my own gain and my ability to talk shit about her. I will be referring to her as Lily during this video, but every other info will be blocked out. This is a video that made her Twitter's Person of the Month, and yes, the blocked out word is the N-word. Seemingly one to capitalize on her newfound stardom, Lily followed up this video with more racism and just downright diabolical tweets. And I don't mean just because she said the N-word again. I mean diabolical in the way my whole body took a screenshot from cringe when seeing this shit for the first time. After her first initial video went viral and she lost her TikTok and even her job, she doubled down on her racism and overall degenerate behavior. I just want to go over the video she has created since becoming famous and just talk about rage bait in general.
Hey America, hey people not having kids, you are some stupid motherfuckers out there. The birth rate is declining, and what are you doing? You're getting married, like why even bother fucking getting married, you loser? You're getting married, you have some fucking dog in a stroller like a faggot, and then what are you doing? How are you helping America? We're letting the birth rates decline, and I'm speaking particularly to white people. So today, I want you to take the time out of your day to thank a single mom, because us girls getting knocked up, we're the only ones helping with the declining birth rate. You're welcome, America. You're fucking welcome. God.
The reality of all this is that you're a fucking loser, but you already knew that. You're shaking the damn camera like there's a 5-point earthquake in your area because of how nervous you are to say these things. Anytime you say something provocative, you turn your head and stop making eye contact with the camera. You're looking around like someone is going to drop kick your window in. Say shit with your chest, pussy, and shit you actually believe, not just this alt-right rhetoric that you found online. You don't believe this stuff. The only part that I believe that you believe is the single mom part. And the fucked up part of that's the reason you were turned against. You're a grifter, and a shit one at that. You're not pretty, and you have negative sex appeal. So you turned to the only thing you knew would work. You became racist. But you see, Lily, you did the one thing that gets you eliminated in their eyes, the one thing that makes you a race traitor. You openly admitted that you have been with someone who wasn't white. You throw in the fact that you're Jewish, and it was so over for you. We're already on thin ice as it is to them, let alone a Jewish woman dating a Middle Eastern man. In the video, you mentioned marriage, but you have no ring on your finger. But you do have a child. Jewish, dating non-white men, and a single mother? 3 strikes you're out, Lily. You chose the absolute worst community to try to inject yourself into. You were so desperate for 15 minutes of fame that you resorted to spewing hate. And when you try to garner attention like that, you should make sure your child is not plastered all over your social media. I am majorly against children being exploited for views as it is, but to start saying racial slurs, knowing your 1-year-old is easily viewable, is crazy. You have thousands of white supremacists debating what race your child is, and not only that, but also attacking a literal toddler, your literal toddler. Any view you had on black people is nothing compared to how vicious and shameless racists are online. It took less than a week for these people to turn on you once they found out you were a single mother of a possibly non-white baby. It's no surprise that a community known for hating women hates a woman. Did you think you were going to be different because you're so quirky and you say the N-word? You might have been excused if you didn't look like the blonde guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. If you reverse image searched your photo, he would pop up. And I don't care if you think I'm being too harsh on this lady. I don't care for racist feelings, especially once you always talk about freedom of speech when called out. I am not being misogynistic when I say this, but the only reason conservative women are big in their community is because of sex appeal. That is the only way you will get popular as a far-right social media influencer. When you are already struggling with that, literally any misstep will ruin the chances of your career taking off. They are accusing you of being transgender in your comments. They are comparing you to the Rockers from WWF. That's crazy. I have never seen anyone fumble a career faster. And Lily is not helping her case by the replies. Just because your wife fucks black dudes doesn't mean I do. You dumbass bitch. There are more races than just black and white. You openly admitted you dated a Middle Eastern man, so you can't sit there and play dumb. If you were going to try to inject yourself into a community, you could have done a tad bit of research before you get on Twitter just spewing racial slurs. And for people to be calling her the new face of the right is actually very telling, because this lady has no idea what she's talking about. She has no charisma, and her heart definitely is in this. This bitch is a psyop. For days, she was being spread around the alt-right community like crazy. Everyone wanting interviews like she's a celebrity. Even Sneeko linked up with her, but it's not surprising. Sneeko's downfall needs to be studied.
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people and you know who I'm talking about, the people we didn't hang out with. So they've grown up now, and they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the Faucis of the world of nerds. Those dorks that never got laid in high school, and they've got a major chip on their shoulder against the normies. That's why you see all these fat ass making laws. Oh, you can be obese and anorexic. Okay, sure.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I am that person who never got laid in high school, and I am also the person who doesn't cling onto something that happened 7 years ago. I hate the term peaked in high school because it's so overused, but this is the only way I can explain this lady. A lady who is still caught up on people being virgins in high school. As a minor, my main concern was not having sex. My main concern was my education. And maybe if you were worried about that as well, instead of trying to be perceived as cool, you wouldn't be so fucking stupid as an adult. And notice I said perceived as cool, because 9 times out of 10, the adults who talk about how cool they were in high school were not cool in high school. This lady has no idea what she's talking about. She is rambling, trying to spit whatever out. She goes from virgin shaming to talking about anorexia and obesity with a little passage. It is like she goes into these videos with pinpoints of what to say, but doesn't know how to connect them. This is the video she is most passionate about. She does not care about politics or racism. She got way too overhyped to be able to call people she went to school with years ago dorks. High school hierarchy does not extend past that point. How popular you were as a teenager does not matter to anyone outside of that building. We are grown as adults now. Lily is what old people like to think mean girls in high school are like. She is nothing but a bad cliche from a 2014 movie. All that being said, I feel like we need to stop giving these people attention. And as a white person, I would never tell you how to react to someone saying a racial slur. There has been times where I have wanted to go off on someone for their anti-Semitism, and I have at some point. So I get it. Seeing this stuff is frustrating, but these people are getting paid for being racist. They are making so much money because you are calling out their blatant racism. That is why they tweet the most obvious rage-based shit. And while it's so easy to type up a tweet calling them ignorant or telling them to delete Twitter or even themselves, they are making in money from that. The more engagement they get, the more they get paid. That's why racism and homophobia has been getting more and more rampant on Twitter since the pay for verification shit came out. Her Twitter is monetized. That is one of the first things she did when she blew up, and she has been tweeting dumb shit ever since. When you don't interact with these people, they go away. When a TV show doesn't get views, they cancel it. And I know I'm being hypocritical because I am making a video about it, but I didn't interact with her. I didn't write think pieces under her tweets. She's too uneducated to even process paragraphs, but still. Even the racist white people attacking her are giving her money. She is getting paid by both sides. But that isn't going to work in the long run. I give it a month before no one cares what she has to say. There will be no eyes on her, and she will have to find another job. But hey, Lily, the McDonald's near my house is always hiring since you have no care for human rights anyways. That is the end of my video. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and feel free to like and even subscribe.